Is covering you and yours. Gather round the world's most famous battlegrounds. Infamous enough where the havoc will do you proud. If you're not cut from it, it get harder to breathe it. In a concrete jungle with the garden is eating. Yeah, where one poster can hang you with a great speed. Where you can run up on who.
All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Friday, September 12th. Another edition of KFTV Live presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use our code KFTV on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Bet $5 for up to $200 in bonus bets, plus $200 off NBA Sunday Ticket on YouTube and YouTube TV. The Knicks are going for it, ladies and gentlemen, as it was announced this morning that Malcolm Brogdon is coming to training camp. The Knicks signing Malcolm Brogdon to a non-guaranteed deal, and he will join Landry Shamet, Garrison Matthews, and maybe a host of others as the Knicks host training camp in just a couple of weeks. And a battle for the final vet roster spot ensues. And it's a trade on the way. We shall see, man. We're going to be updating you guys on that. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to my franchise channel members. It's Friday. We made it. Let's talk about it, man. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. You already know. Let's get it. All right, man. Salute to the family. The Discord is up. Early lunchtime edition of the show. I'm saying lunchtime, but I'm just wrapping up my breakfast, man. You know what I mean? Everybody was calling for the emergency live stream. CP, we got Brogdon. Where you at? I had to finish my breakfast, man. I got to get ready for this. You know, it's like you got to work out. You got to prepare. Just like you're going to work. You got to prepare. So anytime I go to work, I got to make sure I got a good meal. So anyway, I got my breakfast. I got my coffee. Let's talk about it. Malcolm Brogdon averaged 12 points per game, 4 assists for the Wizards last year. The funny thing is, I had so many people contact me, said, CP, you've been wanting this guy in the Knicks for years. And they're absolutely right. Those that have been watching this show know I've been a Brogdon guy for a number of years now. Brogdon and Shamet were number 1 and number 2 on my list of remaining free agents to target with the vet minimum. And they end up bringing both in for training camp. For Brogdon, we know the pros, right? We need a backup playmaker, a veteran who can play the point guard spot. He's a former NBA Sixth Man of the Year in the 22-23 season, even though us here in New York, us Knicks fans, probably believe that belonged to Emmanuel Quickley. Malcolm Brogdon ended up getting that award. And a capable three-point shooter, even though this year is putrid. He shot 28% from 3 this year, the lowest of his career. And most importantly, the durability issues. He only played 24 games this year, started 13, never was healthy. He's never been a healthy guy. But it's worth the try. It's worth the tryout. And so he joins Shamet. He joins Garrison Matthews. The news about those guys came in yesterday that they also signed vet minimum deals. For non-guaranteed camp deals. And so we'll see which one of those guys will get the final spot. So what do you guys think? Call me up in the KFTV Discord. Let's talk about it. Early lunchtime edition of the show. I'm hype. I'm ready for Knicks basketball. It's September 12th. We are right around the corner from Abu Dhabi. Training camp, media day. It's all coming, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hype. How you guys feeling in the chat? Throw me an emoji or something. Let me know how you feeling about the chat in the chat. We got 613 people. The numbers are climbing. Hit the share button on your group chat. Hit the share button on your Twitter, on your Facebook, whatever the case may be. And let's get the people in here. We do have a super chat early. Well, let's shout them out. Shout out to Big Nick. Number 1 on the chat leaderboard, $20 super chat. Says top of the morning. Yeah, CP, you always deliver. Salute, man. Franchise channel member, Big Nick in the building. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. You know, we got to talk about it. As promised, we do. So, as I was saying, with the acquisition of Brogdon, of Shamet, and of Garrison Matthews, the Knicks have a very interesting training camp battle on their hands. It's going to be interesting to see with the preseason schedule how much Mike Brown plays these guys, which allows the starters to get much-needed rest. They can kind of coast their way in through a tough training camp. Mike Brown is going to put them through the ringer. But I do wonder how much of these guys are going to get playing time over the course of the preseason. Shamet and Brogdon and Matthews are going to be most likely battling for one spot. Now, the Knicks can keep two of these guys if they make a trade. Do they trade Dadier? Do they trade Kolek? If they trade one of those guys for salary purposes, then they could afford to, say, keep Brogdon and Landry Shamet. So then that would be that would be 13 guys in camp. Then you would also have the rookie exception, which will most likely go to Mohamed Diawara. Then you'll have your 14. Remember, 15 guys, they're allowed up to 15 guys for your regular season roster. So what the Knicks could do is wait until the midseason, depending on the numbers that they would sign these guys to, and then wait until midseason when another vet spot can be prorated and they could afford to bring a guy in. That's how they brought in a PJ Tucker. Is it worth a trade? I'd be a little bit leery to trade Kolek and especially Dadier to free up a roster spot for a veteran who may not be healthy in a Brogdon standpoint or may not even play all that much in a Shamet standpoint. Remember, these are back end of the rotation players. These are players who are here for insurance purposes. Maybe you have a guy, maybe a Clarkson is in a bad slump and he's just not fitting in, so you slide in a Shamet or you bring in a Brogdon just to play that backup point spot. But I'm not sure to keep both players if I would make a trade for a young player who, especially when the Knicks just are making an investment in their player development function of the house. I wouldn't want to trade a young player with years on his deal and years of potential for some patchwork that may not even play. Especially Dadier. I think he has the highest ceiling of the Knicks young players right now, and he's worth developing. The Knicks need more wing depth. They don't really have many true wings. You need a lot of wing depth, and Dadier can bring that plus potential shooting stroke. And then again, the thing with Malcolm, I love Brogdon. I like the pickup. The potential is there as a playmaker, as a steady hand, as a backup point guard. Backup point guard is a weakness right now for the Knicks. It's not an indictment on Tyler Kolek. It's just to say that this is a team with championship aspirations, and they are thin at a capable floor general to be an extension of the coach out there. That's where Brogdon comes into play. But the durability question mark is always there. At least with Shamet, you know you have familiarity. He came on strong. He finished the year strong with the Knicks. Played well in the playoffs when he got playing time. So you kind of know what to expect from Shamet. It's going to be interesting to see how this camp battle plays out. But in the grand scheme of things, if you really think about it, and think about this Knicks offseason, you got to remember that the Knicks are you have to remember that the Knicks are buying on a budget right now. All the guys that they have access to are on vet minimum deals. So if you think about it, for this Knicks team to take a bench last year that was Deuce McBride, Cam Payne, Precious Achiuwa, Landry Shamet as your main bench rotation, and now you turn that into Deuce, Jordan Clarkson, Gershon Yabusele. You may be starting the year with either Josh Hart or Mitchell Robinson coming off the bench, and then you potentially have a Malcolm Brogdon. Your bench has gotten completely better than last year. And when you bargain shopping, you got to hope that some of these guys bear fruit, like a Clarkson, like a Brogdon, 2 former Sixth Man of the Year. You got to hope to get a little bit lucky there, but on paper, the bench is way better than last year. So it's a sign from Leon and the organization that we ready to go. This is championship or bust. It's money time. Let's get it cracking. I love the moves. What do you guys think in the chat? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you guys think? Malcolm Brogdon coming in to training camp. Shout out some more supers in the building. Bang! Shout out to AJ the GOAT, $5 super chat says, we got to sign Shamet and Brogdon, man. Trade Kolick. We are trying to win now. I mean, I guess, but, you know, it's like I'm saying. I just, Brogdon is a guy who I think would be playing more, even though with his durability issues, I think I want to keep Kolick here to play some so that you don't have to rely on Brogdon coming off the bench every night. It's tricky, but I get what you're saying. Shout out to Junior Karoma, $5 super chat says, no way in hell I'm trading Dottie. I'm so high on Dottie. Yeah, I'd be leery to do it. I'm not sure if I'd do it. Kolick, I'd trade Kolick before I trade Dottie. I'm not trying to trade Dottie. What do we think in the chat? I'm not trying to trade Dottie, man. Let's hear from some people. Oh, we heard from him yesterday. We got to hear from him 2 days in a row. Hang on. Let me get my guy in here. Mouse acting a little tricky. Let me get my guy in here. 2 days in a row. He said we ramping up, man. Playtime is over. We're heading into money time. Rambo from Tampa. Rambo, what's good?
Money time. You know what time it is. Hey, real talk. CP, hold on. Let me stop the truck real quick. Because I got something to tell you.
Yeah, pull over, man. Let's talk.
You little rascal, you, man. Hey, if you guys don't know, CP has insider information. He set this up. Yesterday was a trap show. He knew what he was doing. You see how he started this show? My number one and my number two guy, we got them both. We see what you're doing, CP. You set me up yesterday. Deuce is my backup point guard. I gotta walk all that back because I'm a real man and I can admit I was wrong now. Golly, man.
Yeah.
But this is nice right here, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm excited for the team. I'm excited to see what the coach is gonna do and all that. But it's like a whole nother game that the front office is playing these past few years that I've just been so invested in, man. I love this move right here. This is awesome right here, man. I think my biggest concern right now is how is Mike Brown gonna juggle all these pieces, man. These are good guy problems to have all these different pieces and how we're gonna put them together, man. It's dope. Don't trade nobody. Don't trade none of the rookies. Don't. You can't do that. We can't put all our eggs.
All right. So if you're saying that, then who are you choosing between Brogdon and Shamet? Who are you choosing?
Well, let's let training camp decide that.
Okay.
Let's let training camp decide that. Let's allow our staffing to really probe these guys and see what type of health they're in, to see if they're really ready to come out here and perform. Because this isn't just a run-of-the-mill team. This is a team with championship aspirations. So we need to see who's coming to the season with those same type of energy, man. But I mean, if I had to choose off rip, it would be Brogdon. And my reason being is that all we speak about is how we need a second ball handler off the bench, somebody that's going to be able to run the offense. And if worse comes to worse with him, I feel like we have a backup and Deuce. I said it again. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I love Deuce, man. But I feel like we have certain backups or certain pieces that can help, calm him down as far as minutes and games. Like he might be on the same thing that we want to do with Mitch, no back-to-backs, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But truthfully, I think Brogdon is definitely going to be my number one right now. I love Shamet. I love what he brought to the team last year and all that. But ball handling, playmaking, I think is going to be probably our biggest thing that we're looking to do this year. And I'm just excited to see what Mike Brown is going to do, man, because it's a lot of pieces, man. I hope this man don't come in here, he's overstimulated.
I hear you, man. What do you guys think in the chat? Rambo is going with Brogdon. What do you guys think, man? If you had to choose between the two, is it Brogdon or is it Shamet? Who do you want to win that last roster spot? Rambo, you on the lunch break yet, or what you dealing with, man? What's going on a Friday, man?
For the people that are listening, I am on a lunch break. I am on a lunch break right now. I am on a recorded lunch break right now. I'm in compliance of what my company asks for me to do on a day-to-day basis.
right, my man. Hold your head, man. We'll talk Monday, man.
Likewise, man. Take care, man.
Rambo.
Hey, we still getting Ian Begley later?
Yeah. You know what? It's right here, man. It was in the oven. It was ready to go, and then we had to drop this show. So you know what? I'll probably do it for the franchise channel members. I'll drop it early, and then for everybody else, maybe we'll drop it over the weekend. Franchise channel members got to come first, man. They got to get the goods, man.
Get it while it's good. You know what time it is.
Yes, sir. Enjoy the weekend, man. Be safe out there. Rambo from Tampa in the building. Rate that call in the chat. Good people in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. What do you think? He says if it comes down to Brogdon and Shaman, he's going Brogdon. Let's see. I put the poll up in the chat, and whoa, 71% right now choosing Malcolm Brogdon over Shaman for that final spot. I'm a little conflicted, man. It's just the durability thing with Brogdon. Even though I like him, I've wanted him on the team. It's like it is a position of need. It is a position of need. Because the thing is like Shamet, you put Shamet out there with Deuce and Clarkson, it is pretty redundant. You need a little bit, you got to shore up your playmaking a little bit. And if man, you don't know if the guy can stay healthy until he goes through the season, but if he can stay healthy, Brogdon will be great. Okay, all right, so looks like a trade is coming. Because according to Stephen Bondy, he says people around the league expecting the Knicks to make a move to have space to keep Brogdon and either Shamet or Matthews. A trade is coming. So there you go. According to Stephen Bondy of the New York Post, Knicks are expected to make a move to keep Brogdon and or Shamet and Matthews. Obviously, right now, it's got to be Brogdon and Shamet. So that means does Pacome Dadier get traded? Does Tyler Kolek get traded to free up some cap space? Stay tuned. But as I said, man, if you're comparing last year to this year, for the Knicks to be able to turn that bench from Deuce, Payne, Precious Achua, Shamet, then you brought in like your Delon Wright, you had your Jericho Sims of the world, and then you have Deuce, Clarkson, Yabusele, Brogdon, maybe Josh Hart or Mitch. The bench is 10 times better. So this team is going for it. It's money time. Let's go. Yeah, if it came down to the two, I'm trading Kolek. I'm not trading Dadier. I'm not trying to trade Dadier. My 2 cents is stop the Dadier rumor mongering. It's one or the other. I talked to Yossi. Yossi thinks it's Dadier. But we'll see. I hope not. All right, who else we got on the line here? Let's go to Will from LI. Will, how you doing?
Hey, CP, how you doing, man?
Good, man. What's good? Yeah, loud and clear. You good, G?
Awesome, man. Oh, my goodness. Breaking news. And this is why we come to the best show for the fans by the fans. Oh, yeah. My goodness. I had my whole take ready to go. Oh, look, let's go with the original take. If you told me I had to choose between Shamet and Brogdon, and I will completely agree that this is pure off emotions, I'm going with Shamet. I think Shamet's a dog. Oh, yeah. Let's not forget, he had a dislocated shoulder. Last year? Was it preseason or early on in the season?
Yeah.
Rehab, came back in the mix of us in a playoff run against Indiana, just to come back on the team in general, played through all of that, and then he was still in there shooting threes. He got in with the system. You've already heard from the team that they love to play with him. I heard rumors, and I don't know if this came from Steph Bond or you, but that he had other offers from other teams.
Yeah, Ian Begley had said that. Ian Begley had said that.
Yeah,
to Ian Begley. Shout out to Ian Begley. He had offers from other teams, and he didn't want to go to those teams because he wanted to be a New York Knick. For me, when you're hearing things about, Ben Simmons not even wanting to, thinks he wants to play anymore, I hold that into consideration. So for me personally, off of continuity, off the fact that I think that he's tough, off the fact that I think that he's flexible like a Swiss Army knife, I'm going with Shamit. Now, if you're going to tell me strategically, we do need, a point of need, which is a point guard, and Brogdon can fulfill that need. So if you want to do it strategically, I guess I see, in the chat, everybody picked Brogdon. Makes a lot of sense. But for me, I'm going with Shamit. Now, off of the information you just gave, I'm 100% content with letting go of Tyler, the Creator. Hey, Tyler, the Creator, it's been real. It's really been real. Okay. But I'm not getting rid of Pacome Dadier. I'm not doing it. No. So, I'm not doing it. I just feel like guys at his length with his skill set that can shoot, that can slash, the potential there, and he's so young, I'm going to go with Tyler Kolek. And if we just need a backup point, let's go with the veteran route. But CP, thanks for the show. I'm going to let you get back to that. But yeah, I'm here for Shamit between the two.
Yes, sir. Enjoy your lunch, man. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the weekend. Will from LI, salute.
Thank you. Thank you, brother. Take care.
All right, so Will from LI says he'd rather deal Tyler. Let's see. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Rate Will's call in the chat, 1 being trash, 5 being facts. Salute to my guys on the Facebook side of the house. On the YouTube side, salute to my franchise channel members, man. Billy R23, My 2 Cents, Karoma, Sean Franco is in here. Rick Pennington, I see you. Daniel Bosazor, Stevie Nicks 180, Emmanuel Walker, King J22. How we doing? DJ Skinny, Nick Rinaldi. Shout out to Nick, and he sent the super chat as well. Bang! Shout out to Nick. He says, "Love the Brogdon signing. Feels like Jason Kidd in 2013. Just got to stay on the court, but I like it. I'm rocking with. I've been rocking with Brogdon for a while now. He's just got to stay healthy. So, let's see how they handle that. But they had a hole there at the backup point guard. They needed a vet presence, someone a steady hand. Man, you need sure playmaking and decision making. That was nothing against Cam, aka Terry Johnson. We had to shore that up. Okay, who else we got? Okay, DJ Skinny drops a super chat. Shout out to DJ Skinny. Bang! He says the Knicks have the best medical staff in the league. They can get Brogdon right. Casey Smith. If Casey Smith does this, and this helps the Knicks win a chip, you got to put Casey Smith, get him back in the Hall of Fame again. Let's go. Oh, we got an old friend in the building. Shout out to Benji from Manhattan. Benji, we got to get you on the Discord, man. We waiting to hear from you. Get Benji, you're a young guy. You got to get with the Discord, man. Ever since we got rid of the phone lines, Benji doesn't call in anymore. Anyway, he drops a $5 super chat, says, just because we got Brogdon. So there we go. Shout out to Benji. The Shells in the chat. The Shells, salute to you, man. Let's send some condolences to the Shells. Shout out to our guy Mike, man. Uncle Mike. His mom had passed away. So shout out to the Shells, man. Everybody big up the Shells in the chat. And let's send him some condolences, man. Let's big up our guy. Yeah, Benji, you got to figure out the Discord. Okay, here's our guy, Ian Begley. Here's his reaction to the Malcolm Brogdon news. Here's Ian Begley. As I said, we recorded a great podcast just yesterday in the city. We're going to drop that today for the franchise channel members for you guys to take in. But let's hear from Ian Begley and his take on the Brogdon acquisition. Here we go.
The Knicks will add Malcolm Brogdon on a 1-year deal ahead of training camp. I'm told that deal is non-guaranteed, and that's the interesting part here because you get Brogdon on a minimum deal, that's a win. He is a veteran point guard. He's done a lot in this league. I know he's dealt with injuries, but the Knicks were looking for backup point guard depth, and they found it in Brogdon. The interesting thing is the Knicks can't exceed the second apron in team salary, and they signed Landry Shamet yesterday. So with the way things sit now, they can sign a rookie free agent to get to where they need to be roster-wise and under the second apron, but they cannot keep both Brogdon and Shamet. And Brogdon and Shamet obviously play different positions, fill different needs for the Knicks, but unless the Knicks make a trade one of their players on traditional contracts here, they will not have the room to keep both Brogdon and Shamet. And so if you want depth at the point guard position, you want depth at the wing position, and you're the Knicks, you're going to have to make a move, or you're going to have to decide between Shamet or Brogdon. So interesting move here for the Knicks, getting a very quality guard when he's healthy, Malcolm Brogdon here on a non-guaranteed one-year deal, and we will see who ends up on this roster, who doesn't end up on this roster, but certainly something to watch there with Shamet and Brogdon and a potential trade.
All right, that's our guy, Ian Begley. Salute to our guy, Ian Begley. Make sure you guys are following him. I just heard from Yossi. Yossi's going to pop in with us, so let me get my my Zoom ready. We got Yossi Goslin on the way. Action-packed day here on a Friday. KnicksFanTV Live. Salute to everybody in the chat, 1,200 strong. If you guys are new in the chat, leave me a hashtag new. I'll shout you guys out. Also, throw your cities, throw your state, throw your country, wherever you guys are tuning in from worldwide. Let us know where you guys are at and check in with us, man. Salute to everybody on this Friday. Let me just prepare my Zoom here to get Yossi in here. We got business to discuss. And let's go. Hang tight. We getting it going. Let me drop the Zoom link for Yossi. All right, so he's going to cam up with us. Let's get back to the Super Chats. So we got some Super Chats coming in. Malcolm Brogdon in the building. Talk about it. Here we go. All right, we got another Super Chat in from Blade Penderhughes, $10 Super Chat, says, love and respect, gang. I like MB over LS. Let's get the chip. Okay, so he's saying if they had to choose between Brogdon and Shamet, he's going the Brogdon route. Okay, salute. Salute to Blade Penderhughes, man. We was talking to Blade this morning. He's like, yo, what time you going live? I said, bro, I got to get my coffee and get my oatmeal on and all of that. So we here. Blade Penderhughes, we here. Shout out to Jason M. again. $5 Super Chat says, I love Kolek and I think he's better than Dadier, but it makes no sense keeping him with so many guards in front of him. No chance he gets playing time. That's correct. Says Brogdon just took... Okay. Oh, that was Jason M. I hear you on that. And yeah, I would do the same. I would trade Kolek over... over Dadier for sure. Again, that's nothing to Tyler. But I would just do that. My guy Jake Brown is in the building. Shout out to my guy Jake Brown. Doing the damn thing on the net, on the Mets beat. Shout out to Jake. Jake, matter of fact, text me, man. I've been meaning to hit you up. Got to ask you a couple questions, run some things by you. So make sure you send me a text so we could chop it up. All right, who else we got here? Paul Morrison, $5 Super Chat, says Brogdon just took 6-man from Quickly not too long ago and went to a bad team right after. I'm sure he will be motivated if signed. Hashtag Knicks ATL. Okay, so he's repping our Knicks fam out there in Atlanta. Shout out to everybody down there. For sure in the 404. We definitely salute you guys. And that's what I'm hoping, man. Between Clarkson and Brogdon, you now have 2 past NBA 6 Men of the Year, both coming from bad teams, bad cultures, bad vibes. Will the expectations here in New York, being in the bigger stage, Madison Square Garden, can they channel that inner beast and get back to or close to who they once were? Sometimes you have those 1-year hits for guys that, are quote unquote past their prime. Sometimes they resurrect, man. And that's what I'm hoping, especially with Clarkson. I think he's going to get that back. So for Brogdon, you're looking for the same, if he can stay healthy and stay on the court. All right, that's the big if, and that's what we're looking for here. Shout out to Rare Edition. Franchise channel member says, let's get the season started already. Salute CP, Rare Edition. We appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate that. Oh, we got to shout out my guy. Checking in from the UK, Pavlo G. A £5 Super Chat says, we've signed some vet guards, but we need some vet wings / bigs. What options are out there? We're going to take a look, man, but it's really grim. It really is. And that was the appeal of a guy like a Ben Simmons. You know what I mean? That was the appeal of a Ben Simmons. If he's 75% of who he was, he can kind of fill both roles. But the wing depth is looking kind of barren right now. But we will get to it. I got to get my guy Yossi in the building. We will get to it. We shout out some people on the check-in. Shout out to I'm Breezy, Team #New, checking in from New Jersey. I'm Breezy, welcome to the show. BLW checking in from Richmond, VA. Son from Brooklyn. Peter Fury says, Elgin, Texas, the sausage capital of Texas. Shout out to that fun fact if you guys are looking for that. Emmanuel Walker checking in from Palm Bay. Stevie Nicks, Queens, get the money. Let's go. Damon Yearwood, welcome to the show, man. Shout out to Damon Yearwood. Damian Tucker checking in from the DMV. Damon says he's checking in from NYC. Let's go. Salute to you, man. House Flan in the building, and he's a KFTV original checking in from Santa Clarita. All right, let's check in with our guy, Yossi Goslin. Yossi, you in the building? Hey, check one, check two?
Yep. You guys hear me okay?
Loud and clear, man. We got you live and direct on the KFTV hotline here. Yossi Goslin, our resident capologist who's doing the damn thing. He had a major offseason. You can check him out, the Third Apron newsletter. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Yossi, how you feeling on this Friday, man?
I'm feeling all right. We got another year of this second apron hard cap dance for the Knicks, and I enjoyed it last year, and it looks like we're having round 2 of this.
Yeah, so you know, what do you think? The Brogdon move, Shamet yesterday along with Matthews, and now Stephen Bondi saying that the Knicks are gonna make a trade here to bring in both of these guys.
So for most of the offseason, the prevailing expectation has been with the Knicks hard cap situation, they're only going to roster 3 veteran minimums. That includes Clarkson, who was already signed. Who else did they just?
Yabusele.
My mind's. Yeah. No, they signed. Okay, no, they're going to sign Clarkson, and then whoever they'd have room for one more.
Yes.
That'd be their 13th guy.
Yeah.
And then they would sign one more rookie minimum guy, who'd be most likely Mohamed Diawara. I would think that's going to happen. Now the Knicks made a surprising move. They signed along with Shamet, who's probably going to return to the team, Brogdon as well, and I think that there's an expectation with his pedigree that they'll want to keep him on the roster. They're gonna have to make a move to make him to keep him on the roster because the second apron hard cap that they're constricted by. So yeah, I just saw that Stephon Bondi tweet. So I think we can rule out their top 7 guys. The starting 5: Mitch, Yabu, McBride, 8 guys from being moved. So I would suspect it's probably one of Dadier or Kolek that would get moved. You move one of those guys, you can then replace them with that veteran minimum salary of to have Brogdon or Shamet to have that both of those guys basically.
Okay, so there it is. So basically, it's most likely going to come down to Dadier or Kolek being traded for salary, basically.
Just a salary dump. Like in Knicks tradition, I would imagine they'll get some draft rights guy back. I guess the question is, do they need to give up an asset to move one of these guys? They have plenty of second-round picks. I suspect that might be the price, even though that kind of stinks. I think Kolek, if it's him, maybe there's some value. Maybe they don't have to give up anything positive. But if it's Dadier, they might have to attach a little something, which would stink considering he was their first-round pick last year. But yeah, that opens up the spot. And not only that, so then you can keep both Brogdon and Shamet. But then they get a little more second apron space into the season. Because if they went with the original plan with just one of these guys and they keep both, I'm talking about if they move Dadier, for example, because I would imagine the Knicks would rather trade Dadier mainly because he's got a bigger salary than Kolek. Kolek makes below the minimum, while Dadier is making almost $3 million. That's above the veteran minimum. So when you replace Dadier's salary with a veteran minimum salary, that's like an additional almost that's like $500,000-$600,000 in apron space. So that allows the Knicks then to sign a 15th guy even sooner into the season than what the original plan was. I don't know what the dates are, but I would think with the original plan, they were going to have something like maybe 200,000 below the second apron, which means they probably wouldn't be able to sign anybody until like the very end of the season.
Right.
If they do Dadier and replace him with the veteran minimum slot, then they'd be like 700,000, which I think is maybe like kind of like last year. Then in March, you can start. I haven't actually checked it. But it might be earlier. It's definitely a little earlier. Maybe January. I don't know.
No, I totally
probably January, because then you can do what's it called, 10-day contracts, and that's what they did last year. They gave PJ Tucker some 10-day contracts.
Let's break that down, just to remind people what you mean here, because remember, at any stretch of how they do this, they're going to have about 14 going into the season, right? 14 of the 15 roster spots. But what you're saying is, if they're able to move Pacome Dadier, they will have enough cushion under that second apron to sign somebody maybe a little bit earlier in the season to that 15 spot if they need to do so, correct?
Correct. And just based on last season, that's probably going to be January 5th, I think, is the first day you can sign 10-day contracts. So they'll have a lot more flexibility to just dive into that. Those are just, like a fraction of a fully guaranteed, a rest of season contract. So they could try out several guys. Yeah, they could just try out a couple different players, see who they'd want to fill in that 15th spot permanently.
Yeah, there you go, man. So very interesting. And then if they traded Kolek, which would give you a little bit less relief, then they might have to wait later in the season to sign someone as that prorated number comes back to where they can afford it.
Yeah, they'd actually be losing apron space versus the original plan, because that veteran minimum salary is a little more than Kolek's salary.
That's tough, man. Dadier, I mean, listen, the reason why they drafted Dadier was to save some money, right? But even still, at his position and his potential, I'd rather keep it. They just made a investment signing Billy Lang to run their player development. Then we looking at the prospect of losing your top young player. Maybe, right? Maybe they trade Kolek, but if they trade Dadier, that'd be tough.
So with Dadier, remember last year the Knicks signed him to a contract where he got a little less than the maximum he can get on his rookie scale contract, but that was only for the first year, and then the rest of the contract normal. So he went from making like something very little, like under $2 million this year, and now he's making just under $3 million. And with the Knicks situation, like every $10,000 matters with this hard cap that they have. Thankfully, when they signed Gershon Yabusele, he even took slightly less than the full mid-level exception. It was like $200,000 less, just so they can have a little bit of, just be in this position they are now, where they can the guy a little earlier into the season. So we'll see how it ends up shaking out, but it does seem like if you're going to sign two players like Shamet and Brogdon, players of their stature, the expectation does seem to be that they'll do something to keep both those guys.
Wow, very interesting. But as I was saying before you got here, look, for them to be able to turn that bench from the Paynes, Shamet, and Preciouses of the world and turn this into Clarkson, Yabusele, Brogdon, and Shamet, the bench got a lot stronger, man.
Yeah, but I do agree with you. I listened to some of the points you were making about the Knicks bench. A lot of guards, same thing like last year, guard heavy. Very hard to get wing players at the minimum. Not really any players in their budget they can reasonably even trade for.
Right.
And then those that are maybe out there, they probably can't afford with whatever draft picks they have left. They could mainly only trade second-round picks. So yeah, it'll just be this kind of like super mini bench lineup again, where they're with Brogdon and Shamet, at least. Like Brogdon, he's been more of like last year he shot terribly, but like in the preceding years he was kind of more like a specialist, like a 3-point specialist, kind of in the way you might think of Shamet. So if he can get his 3-point shooting back to that form, then at least he's got that going for him. but there's a lot of overlap between Brogdon, Shamet, Clarkson. Clarkson kind of taking the campaign role, and now you're adding Brogdon to the mix, and that's before even talking about Kolek. I'm a little worried about how he's gonna get minutes. Like, that was something. The lack of playing time for young players was something that was an issue with Thibodeau. Is he gonna even get to play, get any developmental minutes at this point? I would guess at this point probably not with that crowded backcourt, but the Knicks just getting who they can. They're getting the best players out there available. Yeah. With Brogdon, I think it's mostly health. As long as he's healthy, he should be fine. Shamet too. Health has been a big issue with him. So they can't really. The Knicks are just getting who they can. It's not the best fits, but they don't really have much other choice.
Don't really have much choice, man. They're basically bargain basement hunting right now. So I think this is the best that they can do. I'm a little bit leery of sacrificing some future potential. But, hey, when you're trying to win a championship, I got to trust Leon and his process there. So we'll see, because, people in the chat, some people are disagreeing, saying, we need the wing depth. I'm a wing guy. We definitely need it. That's why I want to keep a guy like a Dadier here. He can get some minutes here with this rotation. But it's tough. As you say, this is down really nickel and diamond right now.
I mean, if they trade Dadier, I think that just an indictment that they probably think he can't play. So I think they're just deciding, hey, like, we think these two guys that we're bringing in will be better contributors this year. Yeah. Again, we'll see. All speculation at this point. We'll see how it plays out.
We'll see. And, hey, look, they'll have a draft pick going into this draft. Do they look into the future and say, hey, we get another guy, we get another wing, we reset his rookie table and contract? We'll see what happens, man. How about the Mitch extension? Have you given any thought? I don't know if we talked about that since you were last here. What do you think about a potential Mitch contract extension, given where things are?
So I haven't really thought about it. I would guess the Knicks have a set kind of line that they don't want it to go above. So Mitch has throughout the year to sign an extension. There's no rush to sign it. If it's more than 3 years, he wouldn't be tradable come the trade deadline, which I don't expect the Knicks want to trade him anyways. They need him. It's going to be hard for them to get a rim protector as good as him to replace him. So his max is something like 4 for $90, I think. I could see them trying to get him back somewhere between that number and the 4 for $60 that he's currently finishing. Could you get him on 4 for $70, $75 maybe? I could see something like that. Obviously, injury, another player with an injury history. Maybe they want to add some protection on there. Maybe add a team option if possible, like they did with Josh Hart and his extension. He's got that team option coming up. So this one I think will probably take some time. Maybe Mitch wants to get something done before the season starts, just in case. I haven't really heard much about if there's any progress on that.
Okay. All right, man. Interesting stuff here from Yossi Goslin. What do you got coming up on the Third Apron newsletter? What are you working on this week?
I'm gonna write actually about this Knicks hard cap dance, the sequencing, the trade aspect, how they might create it, when just talk about that situation, when exactly they could sign somebody, assuming they follow through with this plan. Knicks fans, keep an eye on that. That's on the Third Apron Substack. Subscribe to that. I already have some good Knicks content out there after Mikal Bridges extended. I analyzed that and how that impacts the Knicks window over the next 2 to 3 years, and because they'll now be going over the Second Apron soon. And then just listen to the Third Apron podcast. We talked about the Clippers the other day and that whole situation. We'll be talking about whatever else comes, whatever news comes our way.
There it goes, man. Well, once it comes up, be sure to join us, man. We definitely appreciate the time and coming on with us expeditiously, man. Appreciate the time, bro.
No, thanks for having me on, CP. Anytime.
Yeah, man. All right, that's our guy, Yossi Goslin, in the building. Like I said, make sure you guys are following him, man. Does great work on the Third Apron Substack and also podcast. You can check him out on YouTube as well. Shout out to our guy, Yossi Goslin. So there you have it. Again, nothing set in stone, But we're just connecting the dots here. Bondi's saying a trade is on the way. Yossi saying maybe it's Dottier to free up a little more cap space. It's a little tough. I don't know. You guys tell me how you're feeling about it. That's a little tough for me, to be honest with you. But you got to do what you got to do. Everybody is not coming along for the ride, as I always say. It is money time, and Leon and these guys are going for it. If they feel like, maybe sacrifice Dottier, Diawara's on the come up, you got another first-round pick coming up, maybe you get another wing, I don't know. I'd like to keep the kid for his potential, but that's tough. What do you guys think in the chat? Uh-oh. We got a shout-out. Bang! Bang! A double bang for a guy, Nicky Pipes. Pause. He says, CP, can we get the season started? A $100 super chat from Nicky Pipes, who's right now currently the leader on the chat leaderboard. Shout out to Nicky Pipes, man. Shout out to Cody Glock. Shout out to the Glocks. Can we get it started already, man? It's money time. It's starting early. We ready to go. So one time for Nicky Pipes in the building, man. Always supporting the machine. We appreciate him. Okay, more super chats on the way. Bang! Shout out to Riaz Guerra. Hope I pronounce your last name properly, man. I'm a diplomat. Says, CP, can we sign both Brogdon and Shamet, waive Kolek, use the stretch position, and sign Kolek to a G League contract? I should have asked Yossi about that. I'm worried that no team would want Kolek, so we'll be forced to trade Dottier. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure they can do that. I think they would need to make a trade. I'm pretty sure they would need to make a trade there. We should have asked Yossi that question, but I think it's going to come via trade. But let's see. You never know what Brock Island, Leon, and those guys can cook up. Couple others coming in. We got some more people on the line. KFTV Live. We cooking lunchtime edition. Not even 12 o'clock, and the machine is on fire. Bang! Shout out to our guy Brandon Guest, fellow KFTV Knicks Twitter champion. He says, I'm on tape delay, but let's go. NBA season is overshadowing the NFL week for New York sports. In my opinion, LOL salute, bro. It's back to grind season. Hashtag Twitter Day champs. Salute to our guy, Brandon Guest, on the check-in. He says he's replay gang. He's catching up on the replay. And there you see it. As he mentioned, the championships. There it goes. There's a championship. There's an MVP. They're still there. We got the solo light on the chip. Directly on the championship, right by Bernard and Melo and Starks, right in that little corner right there, the studio. That's the Knicks Twitter Day championship, and the MVP is with us, So if and when they do the next one, we'll be ready. All right? So salute to my guy, Brandon Guest. Absolutely. We'll be ready, man. We're ready for everything. So it's everybody in the chat. Friday, we are cooking, man. Feeling good, feeling great. Leon and the company are making moves. And we are talking about it with you fine people, man. Absolutely. Brandon Guest mentioned the two local teams, and we got to shout out our sponsors of today's show. At DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours, man. Any touchdown, any rushes, and live bets that ride every momentum shift. It's the first touchdown fireworks at DraftKings. Every play is your next shot to win. And for new customers, bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, you can grab over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. And as we take a look at the local lines for this weekend, the Jets hosting the Buffalo Bills. They are 6.5-point dogs at home, and the Giants 4.5 points. That has moved from, I believe, 5.5. They moved from 5 to 4.5-point dogs in Dallas this weekend against Dak and the Cowboys. So you guys can check out the lines on DraftKings.com, DraftKingsSportsbook.com, or the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Remember to use our code KFTV for the $200 in bonus bets. Plus, $200 off an NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY, which is 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. The bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance, so you got to get on it fast. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday ticket offer for new subscribers only, and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday ticket/terms. Limited time offer. All right, shout out to our people over at DraftKings. I see JD's in the chat. JD was spamming the chat. Like, check your DMs, and his message was about the trade. So, JD, you got to catch up on Replay Gang, man. You got to catch up, man. JD's got to hit live. I think he's still catching up on the Replay Gang feed. So, come on, JD. We got to catch up here, man. All right, shout out to... The Haiku homie says, he sends a super chat, says, trading Tyler, the Creator's gonna hurt, but Knicks bench gonna be a pain in the neck. Oh, man. Gosh, man. Sometimes I gotta read these, super chats in my head before I read it out loud. Come on, man. We can't be doing that, man. Shout out to the Haiku homie, though. Shout out to Vincent Huang. Channel member for 10 months, says, can't wait for the new season to start soon. Salute KFTV fam. Salute to Vincent Huang. Salute to you. I believe Vincent is checking in from Taiwan, so salute to Vincent. Absolutely. We worldwide with it. Okay. All right, let's get to, since we're talking APAC here, let's get to another caller on the line. We'll probably close with him. Is that our guy Carlo? Carlo from the Philippines. Are you there, Carlo? Carlo, are you there? Do we have Carlo?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, wait.
You still there?
Hold up. Wait.
No problem.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, kamusta?
How you doing, man? Long time, man.
Yeah. Well, I like this great signing. Brogdon can hit threes, great playmaker, and a great free throw shooter. I'm not currently following Brogdon, but is he hurt right now, or is he recuperating from injury right now?
You know, I'm not sure. I didn't hear anything about it. Only played 24 games last year. Let's see. Let's see if there's any intel on Brogdon. You know, he only played 24 games. He underwent surgery, torn ligament in his thumb. That was October 24. He also suffered
a year.
He also suffered a significant left ankle sprain in February 25, leading to a lengthy absence that kept him out for the final 27 games. So that was it. He was out with a ankle sprain from February 25. Also experienced other issues, including hamstring tightness and right foot pain throughout the season. So there you go.
But is he ready to go? That's the question.
Yeah,
right now
we'll have to see. I mean, from a sprained ankle in February, I would hope so. We in September, man. It's money time. You got to be ready.
Yeah, but I just guarantee you this, though.
Mm-hmm.
Preseason is going to be off the charts because Brogdon and Shamet are going to ball out in the preseason as they compete for the last roster spot. I like them to battle it out. May the best man win. I'm not choosing anyone. I just want the best man to win.
Yeah. Look, man, iron sharpens iron, and if they bring that energy to training camp, it kind of sets the tone. Mike Brown's going to be setting the tone. Training camp's going to get gritty, man. It's going to get gritty. Mm-hmm. I like it. You know?
Yeah. However, if Ian Begley's rumors are true, I don't want anyone to get traded, to be honest. But I'm feeling a bit paranoid right now because it was almost a year ago where Leon made an RKO out of nowhere with that blockbuster trade for Cat. But we got more movable moves right now, pieces right now.
Yeah.
But not to mention a contract here for Mitchie and Miles, two of my favorite current Knicks right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be surprised and probably devastated, like when we lost Dante, if they make a blockbuster trade with the same magnitude from last year.
Yeah, I don't think it would be that. I think, as Yossi said, it's going to come down to either Dadier or Kolek. Mm-hmm. So I think it'll be those guys, you know? But we need a Jordan Clarkson check-in report from you every night, man. When Clarkson balls out, man. You got to rep for the PI.
Sure, man.
You got to rep for the PI, man.
Philippines represent.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Enjoy the weekend, man. Thanks for tapping in.
All right. Thank you.
Carlo from the Philippines, man. Always checking in with good insight. Salute to him. We getting a lot of the regulars today. I knew it. I already knew it. That's why I said I had to power up. I had to have my breakfast first, get my mind right, make sure I'm doing my research, that we're up to speed with everything. I hit Yossi on the bat signal, like, yo, we going live. What's the deal? Because Yossi's out in the West Coast, so it's early for him. So I'm like, yo, I gotta get Yossi ready. So we had to get the people in order. It was gonna be one of them ones. I see somebody else making their return on the chat. Holy smokes. We got to get to this guy. Hang on. We got a super chat, though. Philip W., $10 super chat, says, what do you think about this team defensively outside of OG and Bridges? Do we have enough defensive depth for the postseason? That's a huge question mark. As of right now, that's one of the biggest question marks with this team. They didn't finish the season all that well defensively. The pieces that they got aren't known to be strong defenders. That's going to be interesting. That I can assure you that the defense has improved. And plus, he's still going with the Brunson Towns defense. That's one of their biggest weaknesses. They're going to have holes there. That we'll have to see, man. Mike Brown's going to have his work cut out for him. Peter Mason checking in from Italy. Peter, I see you, man. How you feeling? Good to see you back in here. Peter's in here. Yeah, so as you guys heard, a trade is most likely on the way. So I think, look, I think Matthews is a tough player. He's a good three-point shooter, but that's really it. I think it'll come down to Shamet and Brogdon getting those last two spots, and then either Dadier or Kolek get traded. Either Dadier or Kolek get traded. So what do you guys think? All right, we got to get our guy in here. I see more people in here. All right, hang on. Before I get to my guy to close, we got to get to a new caller, man. Nez on the Discord. Nez, are you there? New caller, Nez.
What's up, CP? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, man. What's your
loud
name?
And clear?
What's your name? Where you calling in from, man?
Oh, yo, I'm actually calling in from the Philippines, like the other guy.
No way.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Yo. You know what's so dope, man? I love hearing people out from the Philippines because honestly, it's midnight here.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just super dope to see that because I rarely ever see CP a Knicks jersey even available at any of the markets in town. Period.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
Yes, sir. So no, it is, man. It's dope. But probably the first show you'll ever have, and probably the last one with two callers from the Philippines.
Back to back, man. Well, hopefully it's not the last for you, man. Well, welcome to the show.
Nah, for sure. Hey, man, so I wanted to ask you, with Tyler Kolek, and obviously we got Huck, of the rookies that we have on these contracts, are you leaning towards any of the vets maybe rounding out the roster with these rookies being cut? So that we can have a better run with more experience in the playoffs this year? Is that something that, you think you might be considering as a real option? Or are you more kind of, leaning towards trying to have some sort of player development as we go on?
No, I'm totally on the player development board. The Knicks are on the player development board. They just hired a head of player development just yesterday or 2 days ago, rather, in Billy Lang. So clearly there is a priority there to build your core, your young core, and build your stable. But at the same time, they see the championship window, and it's no bigger than this year. So they want to put all their chips in the middle as best as they can within their budget to do so. Now, if it means sacrificing maybe a Kolek, tough to do, but I see Dadier with a bigger ceiling than him. I don't think Huck
Right,
Porty's
yeah,
going
I
to be
agree
part
with
of that because you don't know what's going to happen with Mitch, either injury-wise or future-wise, so you have to keep Huck Porty. So it's going to come down to Dadier or Kolek, and if you're bringing in Brogdon here to play the backup point, then you could have Clarkson as your third string and maybe even Deuce as your third string of Hart. Then Kolek, he's not going to play at all this year. So he's the most expendable.
Right. So with Dadier, do you think that these pieces will be ones that might be like rounding out the last spots on the bench, or are you actually counting on actually seeing him having some playtime this year?
It's probably, I mean, if Dadier doesn't get traded, he's probably looking at, he's got to have a good training camp, a good preseason, show some stuff in practice. Maybe he gets spot situational minutes, but they're going vets off the bench, man.
Right, I completely agree.
And look, if it means they're going to take a slower track, a slower development route with their younger players, I'm all for it. You still have Diawara, who will most likely get that rookie exception deal. They'll have him to develop. If they draft that first round pick this season, then they'll have this offseason, this next draft, then they'll have that player in the rotation in the stable. So, not a complete doom if they lose either Kolek or Dadier, but I'd rather them keep Dadier at this point.
Agreed, man. I think a lot of Knicks fans are excited to see Dadier's development. But yeah, we got a hell of a squad, and it's an exciting season coming up. Much love, CP, for bringing me up here. It's actually my first time up here.
Yeah. I recognize all the first-time callers, man. I recognize all the first-time callers. So I saw you in here. I had to get you in here, man. So you made a good intro. Everybody rate Nez's call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. And call back anytime, man.
Appreciate you, man. Blessings. Have a good one.
Nez on the Discord. Okay. So to everybody in the chat, man. We're rocking and rolling. 12-13. How we feeling? Who's on the grind? If you guys are on that lunchtime grind, throw a hashtag grind in the chat. And I'll shout you guys out. And if you guys are checking in from anywhere outside of the U.S., like we just had back-to-back calls from the Philippines. If you guys are calling in from outside of the U.S., drop your countries in the chat right now, and I'll shout you guys out. DCannon93, I see you in the chat. Salute. We're getting 5s for Nez's debut. Oh, Rick Pennington, he's hating. He gave you a 1. Rick Pennington, what happened here, man? I thought the guy came correctly here. Let's refresh my feed. JD, what you got for me, man? Anything else? Yeah, this is what we had. Stephen Bondi. People around the league are expecting the Knicks to make a move to have space to keep Brogdon and either Shaman or Matthews. Stay tuned. All right, so let me clear this poll. Pause. So the people say they want, if they had to choose between the two, they're choosing Brogdon over Shaman. An overwhelming 69%. Okay? So we're going to end that poll, and we'll put another one up here. Who would you trade between Kolek and Toddy? So JD in the chat says, here's his next news update. Cam Reddish got a max deal for Lithuania. JD checking in live from Lithuania from the press conference with JD, with Cam Reddish. Yeah, no, he's not learning Chinese. He's learning Lithuanian. Life comes at you fast, boy. That's a tough business. Tough business, man. We had a good show, man. We had Yossi Goslin in here. We're breaking it down. Reacted to the Brogdon news. Shout out to Swish. Welcome to the franchise channel memberships. Welcome to Swish. Franchise channel members, remember, you're going to get the Begley interview today. I was getting ready we were just getting ready to finish that up. Take it out the oven and put it out, and then the Brogdon stuff dropped early this morning. Let's see. Anybody else got anything for me in the DMs? All right, JD, I don't see anything. Okay. Could be Kolek, man. Could be Kolek. But as I said, man, I like the Brogdon pickup. You get veteran, playmaking, point guard, experience, a position that's critical for a Knicks team that's trying to win a championship. You hope you don't lose Cap for any type of time, but if you do, you need somebody that's going to be able to run the second unit. That will allow Jordan Clarkson to play off ball. That will allow Deuce McBride to play off ball. You bring in a guy like Landry Shamet. You increase your three-point shooting potential. He's a guy that can log some minutes, especially later on in the season as you get these guys ramped up for the playoffs. The Knicks were in the bottom third of the league in three-point attempts and three-point makes last season. They were in 24th and 27th, respectively, even though they were 8th in three-point percentage. You can never have enough three-point shooting in a three-point shooting league, as well as three-point efficiency. The one downside about Brogdon is that he shot 28% from three last year, the worst by far of his career. He's going to need to step that up, and then you're also going to hope that he can stay healthy. That's the number one thing with Malcolm Brogdon. You hope that he can stay healthy. But if you're going to take a bench last year that was Deuce, Campaign, Precious Achiuwa, and Shamet for the most part, and this year you're looking at Deuce, Jordan Clarkson, Yabusele, and then remember, you're starting the year off with either Josh Hart or Mitchell Robinson coming off that bench, plus Landry Shamet. You just got a whole lot stronger. You got a whole lot deeper. Yes, there's still kind of holes at the wing that they need to address. But for a team that is buying on a budget, the Knicks have done well for themselves here in this offseason, in this championship run. And it's money time. It's absolutely money time. So let's go for it, man. All right. Okay, we see some more in the Discord that we got to get to. I'm trying to get to my closer, but we got more people we got to get to. Let's hear from Damon the Nomad on the Discord. Damon, are you there? Damon, are you there? Damon the Nomad.
Yeah, hello. You hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, man. What's your name? Where you calling in from, man?
My name is Damon. I'm calling in from NYC. You already?
Cheers. How you feeling, bro? What's good? What do you think?
Everything is good, man. You know, I'm just excited for the season coming up. How you? Everything good with you?
Yeah, I'm liking the moves. I'm hyped for the season like everybody else, man. So, vibing on a Friday night, man. Friday afternoon, rather.
Yeah, you're too late in the day already, man.
Yeah.
All right. I just wanted to say, I don't think we should trade anybody, but if we had to trade anybody, I think we should just trade Kolek. I like Dadier's, like you said, I like Dadier's potential as a 3-and-D type of guy. So if anything, we should trade Kolek. But everything else, I'm liking the moves, and I just can't wait till the season to start.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Appreciate the call. That's our guy Damon, man, calling in from the first time. Welcome to the show. Yeah, if it comes down to Kolek or Dadier, I'm definitely I'm choosing Dadier. I like Tyler. I'd love to see him succeed here with the Knicks. He's got some areas of his game that he needs to work on to get consistent minutes at the NBA level. He's a very young guy, only his second year in the league, so obviously that can turn around. Well, this team, we're trying to hit the Canyon of Heroes this year. Got to do what we got to do. Let's see what the people in the chat say. An overwhelming 77% right now, it says they would trade Kolek over Dadier. So everybody is agreeing with Damon. Salute to Damon. Who else? So we see Jason Benjamin. Okay, we got Jason Benjamin again. Shout out to Jason Benjamin. Says, I'll be mad if they get rid of Pac for Brogdon. So he's with the Kolek. Trade Kolek for to get Brogdon in here. Okay. All right, we're going to see what happens here, man. And when it does, you guys know where to come to, man. The number one show for the fans, by the fans. It's another edition of KFTV Live. Get your merch, everybody, man. We got our New York versus the World New Era snaps, fresh and restocked in the KFTV store. As you see, we got all the snaps, man. We got the all-white joint. We got the Against All Odds. So we got snapbacks everywhere, man. We got all black, you know what I'm saying? All black, 3D embroidery, new era joints, you know what I'm saying? Get them at KnicksFanTV.com. Salute to you guys. Okay. Would you say the door's now closed on Beasley? Most likely. I mean, anything can change. These guys are all on non-guaranteed deals. Anything can change, but seems so at this point. And I'm not so sure they'd be willing to take on the risk of a Malik Beasley. McCullough, I think, gets a two-way. I think the two ways will be McCullough. I hope it's Beauchamp, but I think McCullough, Pate. I would definitely sign Pate to a two-way. And maybe it's Marshawn, or is it the James Najee? Maybe one of those guys gets the last two-way. Get Obi back. All right, what else we got? Franchise channel members, talk to me, man. How we feeling? Do we go to the closer right now? Oh, man, we can't get to the closer yet because we got to get to Swish. Closer, I hope you got time, man, because we got to get to people. Swish just joined the franchise channel members. And remember, for the franchise channel members in the chat, one of the perks of being a franchise channel member is that you get fast pass access to call into the show, and that's via the Discord. And what you want to do is you want to connect your YouTube account to the Discord. And if you are a member, you will have access to the VIP lounge on the Discord. Once you have that, then we go to those people first. We go to the people in the VIP lounge first, then in the members lounge rather. We go to the people in the members lounge first to have access to the Discord and be able to talk to us. All right, so I'll give you guys a view into the Discord just to show you guys what I'm talking about here. All right, so here we go. This is on the Discord. When you guys sign in, whether you're a member or not, if you guys are in the Discord, you want to go into Lounge to be able to call into the show. If you're in the KFTV Discord, you want to be able to click in Lounge. Those are for regular anybody on the Discord. Now, if you're a franchise channel member, you click on Members Lounge. Because if you click on Members Lounge, that's your fast pass to the show. But you have to connect your YouTube account to the Discord. All right, so we're going to go to Swish. Swish on the Discord. Are you there, Swish? Oh, Swish, man. I'm giving you a good debut, a good entrance. Are you there? Swish going once.
Hello?
Yes. Hello, sir. Swish.
Yes, hi. What's up? I'm also from Philippines.
Whoa, no way. We got 3 people calling from the Philippines?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm a big fan with my son. My son is 9 years old.
Nice.
His name is Sebastian, yeah.
Okay, big up Sebastian, man. Big up to you guys in the Philippines for sure. You still got him?
Hello, sir. Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, okay. Make sure you turn down your volume in the background and just go ahead with your takes. Go ahead with your takes.
3 people call from the Philippines.
Oh, we got it. He's hype. Yeah, Swish, you got to turn off the YouTube in the background.
Let me turn off the YouTube. Okay. Is it better?
No, I can still hear myself in your background. Turn it off completely.
You still got it? Better?
Yes. Go ahead. Just rapid fire what you take. Go ahead. Rapid fire. Let's go.
Yeah, what do you think about Mike Brown? Is it going to be a big difference on offense rather than Thibodeau?
Well, I think that's the hope. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if you're looking at it statistically, you look at it and say, well, they finished the league 5th in offense. What was so wrong with it? Well, there were a couple of things. Number one, they were 10th as it related to offensive rating against the top 10 defenses in the NBA. So it dropped a little bit when they came up against tougher competition. And then
there's too much ISO.
There you go. So one of the problems is, especially when it got to the playoffs, their ball movement, and we're just going to drop you off because there's a lot of interference. So what happened was their ball movement and their player movement, it just got a little bit stagnant. And so the hope is that Mike Brown can stabilize that a little bit. Can he come up with more schemes to get the ball flowing a little bit? And as a result, will that benefit guys like Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby. Will that open things up for them? You know, in the previous episode, we talked about the potential for them to be all-stars this year. The potential is there. But I think it depends on a lot of what they do offensively. Philippines in here heavy today. Shout out to them, man. They're repping. This is a big year. Shout out to them, man. Philippines, big basketball fans out there. So salute to the PI, absolutely. Okay, we got a lot of people in here, man. We got a lot of people in here. All right, let's go to another new caller. Guy's name is 8-Ball. 8-Ball, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. What's your name? Where you calling in from? Unmute your mic, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear, sir. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
8-Ball, man. I'm calling from Virginia right now. I'm from New York.
Okay, which part of VA? Where in VA you at?
I'm in Chester, like 10 minutes outside of Richmond.
Okay, very nice, man. How you feeling about these moves, man?
Hello?
Yeah, we here. How you feel about these moves, man?
Oh man, I'm kind of loving it. I just want to say this, man. I'm an older guy. I'm 55, and I've been a Knicks fan forever, and I've been getting hit and talked about, and you know how we always getting clowned. So I'm so happy that we're playing well right now.
Yeah.
Second off, I like the moves. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just thinking, what do you think about us doing something at, you know, when they make the trade deadline, like the trade deadline? You think we're going to do something?
I mean, it's hard to say right now. I think it all depends on how they're playing at the deadline. Is there a big weakness? Is there a big hole that they need to fill, whether it's by injury or just by ineffectiveness? It's hard to say. You know, a lot of the times, like based on where they've been in the last couple of years, a lot of the moves that they've made at the deadline have come by way of the margins. So is it something like that again at the deadline? But it's hard to say who would get moved. I don't think they make a move with anybody in their core. Is it a Deuce? Is it a Mitch? I find it hard to see that. I think this is the team by and large of what they're going to war with. And unless there's like a big injury concern or a big gap, you know, do they need to go out there and trade for a wing? Maybe.
Right.
But just based on where they are salary cap wise, it's not as easy.
Because I was just thinking like something like if Giannis is not feeling it or if Milwaukee's playing bad, he may say, all right, I'm ready to get out of here.
In my opinion, I don't see a blockbuster Giannis trade happening mid-season. He doesn't come off that way. I think that's something where it's inevitable, in my opinion. I think a Giannis trade is inevitable, but I think that comes by way of the offseason. Though those are things where conversations need to be had and you know, ways have to be parted correctly, and then you make your blockbuster trade. But I wouldn't look for that in the offseason, at the deadline. I wouldn't look for that.
Dope, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Hold it down, man. In Richmond, man. Tell the haters we up, man. It's money time. Tell the haters it's money time. All right. 8-Ball in the chat. Redman, let's go. Redman on the Discord. You up next. Do we have...
Hello.
Yeah, what's good, man? How you feel, bro?
What it do? I can't wait. I'm so hyped for this season to start. We're looking good. We're looking really, really good. Look, I love Kolek. I wish him the best, but we need some size. I'd rather keep Dadier, and we're good to go. I can't wait to see you in October, my birthday.
Yes, sir.
The Heat game is going down.
Yes,
it's
sir.
Going down.
Let's go. Let's go, man. Salute to you.
Yo, I can't wait, CP.
Let's go.
I'm feeling it. I feel it. Mike Brown going to do great. He's going to let the bench play. I'm so hyped. Let's go.
Let's go.
CP #1 station for the fans, baby. Let's go.
Redman in the Discord hype. Let's go. Hey, man, we getting a lot of the regulars in here. We get some new callers in here. We going international. This feels like a classic post-game night. You know, it's September 12th. We got 1,200 people in the chat, man. This is regular operating night for post-game. So as you see, the enthusiasm is through the roof. We got people jumping out the window. It's September 12th. It's a different time, man. And it's a fun time, I would say. Zay from Maryland. Zay, how you feeling?
What's good, CP?
How you doing, man? Happy Friday, bro.
Happy Friday, sir. It's been a minute. Work and family life, you know how things go, but
Yeah,
they're
sure.
giving me the beats. I haven't been able to call in during the live show.
Yeah, man.
But definitely want to shout you out, man. As someone that's been here early on in the early Knicks fan TV days, I've been keeping in the loop and watching and being on the live shows, man. Just congrats to all of the success there. But I'll keep it short. Quick one.
Mm-hmm.
You're the Malcolm Brogdon. I think he is the better option. He solves a need for us better than what Shamit would. I think we have. I don't know. I personally think we have enough shooters. You know, I know the percentages may not 100% say that, but I think Clarkson kind of solves that need. What we really need is like a more ball handling. So I think, he would help solve that. But at the end of the day, he's like the last man on the roster, pretty much, that would even get any burn. So we're talking about a handful of minutes. And if something happens where Jalen Brunson's going to be out for a couple games, right? So I know we want all 15 players to be starter level, but it's like we don't need that because they're not all going to play.
Insurance.
So, it's all insurance and plugging up needs. So I think that's a good pickup. And then, honestly, if Brogdon is like our 12th man, we got a solid team.
Yeah.
And that's just something to be hype about and proud about. And look at the work. Look where we came from, man. From the beginning to where we at now, man, you weathered the storm and you reaping the benefits. We all reaping the benefits. So I just want to shout that out. And we got a good team now, y'all. So y'all can relax and just wait for the season.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Shout out to Zay from Maryland. Absolutely. And as you say, it's a fun time, man. It's amazing to see how the team has changed. This is year 9 for us. We started June of 2017. So this is year 9 for us, and it's amazing to watch how the team has transformed, how the narratives have transformed, the fans that have come along the way, the fans that are still here with us. So it's a great time. It's definitely a great time. So I'm happy to have this platform here. We back up and running. We're fortunate to be back up and running for year 9. And we're just going to keep the machine rolling, man. We appreciate everybody for the support. Absolutely. And hey, in this day and age, with everything going on in the world, I'm happy to have this platform here to be at least a little bit of a distraction, when everybody's going at it, because it seems like we're in a climate now where, we're in a race to the bottom. Who can tear each other down quicker? And we in a bad spot, man. So, keep positivity in your lives, man. It's Friday. Be happy about something. And keep it pushing, man. But I'm glad we got this platform here to kind of, take our mind off of things for a little bit. All right, here we go. We back to the Discord. I'm giving you guys a look inside the engine. We're going to go to him. Let's go to him. The closer of today's show, Cody Glock. Are you there, sir?
Yo, you can hear me? I'm in the place.
You in the place, man. It's been a while. The people have been looking for you. They've been throwing a bat signal out. Talk to us, man. Talk to us.
Yo, shout out Manscaped Ma.
Yeah.
I average 0 turnovers because of Manscaped Ma.
Yeah.
I take care of my ball profusely with the utmost friction in my mixture. No testimonials. Church, preach, tabernacles. I'm out here, feet on land, toe on soil. I'm walking my dog, Double Bang Jr. We got Triple Bang Senior up in the crib. His turn next. You feel me?
Let's go.
It's a beautiful Friday. And we talking Knicks. Let's get into it. You feel me? First of all, you feel me? We could feel Jordan Clarkson's presence already. We got 3 Philippine callers. We got 3 straight Philippine callers though. Not no
3 straight.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yo, we still Mitchie Hive to the fullest. We leading the Mitchie Hive into greatness this year. No bubbles on our head. No Maurice Spateness. We doing a lot of, you feel me, CP? Shout out CP Pops. Shout out CP Pops. I heard the other two podcasts ago, you said, yo, CP Pops were like, yo, where Cody Glock at, man? He ain't calling in no more. I'm in training camp right now. You feel me?
Yeah.
Gotta warm up the wittiness. You feel me? It's been a lot of boring, you know, I've been consuming a lot of Knicks Fan TV, a lot of Joe and Jada show to lead up to the season, because it's not a lot you could, it's not a lot. But peep this, bust it. You feel me? I just see my daughter walk out the building. She about to come and play. You feel me? We got Landry Shamet back on the team.
Yeah.
Malcolm Brogdon. Why we talking about non-needle movers? And we got 1,300 in the chat. Non-needle movers. My girl over there looking at me with a smile on her face. She know I'm talking caca right now. Yo, we talk about non-needle movers. I don't care if you move Pacome. I don't care if you move Tyler. Well, I kind of care if you move Tyler Kolek. I like him. But I don't care if you move him. Yo, bro, we going to the chip. I don't care what we do. It's chip or nothing. We got our rotation. We got the coach. Yo, Mike Brown, Beanhead. Shout out Milk Dud Brown, bro. You what's that one Pokemon? I forgot his name. It's a Pokemon.
You know, that's past my time, man. I need somebody in the chat to help you. I can't help you with that.
We need Alex in here for that reference. We're not even gonna throw it out. Yo, listen though. So boom, right? I feel like, oh hey mama. I feel like, right? Look, bust it. I feel like what we really need to focus on right now is training camp and how we could get this team to mesh and have the chemistry down. It doesn't matter if we trade Pacome Dalier, we're gonna have more money probably. You know, we're gonna be more like, you know, second apron friendly, whatever the case may be. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We got our 9. We got our. I'm looking forward to saying Yabu's name a lot. You know Yogi Bear, how he used to say boo boo.
Yes.
Yabu. That's how I'm gonna say his name. Yo, shout out Nicky Pipes, man.
Yeah, shout out Nicky. He was here, man. Nicky was here.
You, Nicky Pipes. We all feel like you. We ready for the season to start, and I'm anxious. You feel me? Yo, shout out Nicky Pipes, man. You feel me? Shout out CP free throws. Always got to shout out the free throws, because you know it's 99 overall free throw over here. Nothing but.
Yeah.
Shout out JD, Alex. Yo, Chuck D the God. I see you out there. Yo, Discord, we what, 1,200 strong in the Discord?
Yeah.
I'm hugging my daughter. She's happy as shit. Oh, I'm sorry, no cursing, no cursing. Hey, shout out Hong Kong's Mongolia, you feel me?
Yeah.
And that's it, man. Oh, man, yo, I can't wait till the season starts, man. Yo, CP, man, you crushing it out here.
Let's go.
Like, you the content, like I can't watch I can't consume nothing else. Pause. I can't consume nothing else. Like I'm consuming bare Knicks Fan TV till we get to the season. That's what's keeping me alive right now, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I'm out, man.
Let's go.
Serious.
All right. There you go. There's the Glockster, man. Rate that call in the chat. The closer, Cody Glock.
Oh.
Hang on. And this right here, what I put up, this was some of you guys don't know Cody Glock, the legend of Cody Glock. This was something I found in the archives. This is Cody Glock versus JD, 1-on-1 at the Garden. This was a good moment right here. Cody Glock versus JD, live at the Garden. This was when we had 2 years ago, we had filmed a Knicks ticket promo for the Knicks at MSG. And so we had some time to spare, so we got out there in the court. JD and Cody Glock was going 1-on-1. King of the court. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to launch that up this year. The KFTV Challenge. King of the court. I think we got to do that. And have like our regulars, our franchise channel members, you know, some of our regulars. I think we got to do that, man. We'll get Papito in the mix. KFTV, the King of the court, is coming. I think we're gonna do that. Smoking Blue said Glock looking like Clarkson. Who won the matchup? JD versus the Glockster. I'm gonna put the volume back up a little bit. I can't hear it, but you guys will be able to hear it. This is JD versus Cody Glock.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
Hey, I go for it. Hey.
Live from the Garden. A shout out to the Glockster. Uh-oh. You know who's a big fan of the Glockster? Our guy, New York Nico. New York Nico's a big fan of Cody Glock. And that's just what we do in the community, man. Connected people. JCS says they got to make a hoodie. Hoodie of what? Hoodie of what? What should we make a hoodie on? Get that bum Messiah. George the Animal Steel. Alan Joe says JD low-key plays like Brunson. Jose M, the mellow jab work is crazy. Dude rap JD in his 2011 JJ Barea bag. Oh man, yeah, we had a lot of fun that day, man. John Boy 72 in the chat. What's good, brethren? How you feeling, man? JD with the ugly jumper. Gio in the building. Shout out to the champ, Gio. Salute to you guys. Let me make sure I didn't miss out on anything. 12:42. I'm gonna get to the gym, eat some lunch, get the rest of the day on. It's a good start to the weekend. Bang! Shout out to Sin097 franchise channel member says he's gonna miss King Tibbs. Rate that take in the chat. One being trash, 5 being facts. What do you guys think? NYC says JD. No, JD. I talked about Gio. Brandon Guess was in here. Everybody made championship plays to bring this trophy home. JD was a big part of this right here. Big part of it. Everybody made their championship plays. B Guest, Gio, Alex, Tommy Beer, yours truly. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the squad for sure. Definitely shout out to the squad, man. Shout out to Just. Shout out to my man, my corner 3 knockdown shooter. Yeah, man. Jimmy, shout out to Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy, man. Yeah, we had to bring it home for the family, man. We ain't playing around. Whole tournament. You had all these teams out here talking trash. Real killers move in silence. So we'll be ready for the next year. All right. Great show, man. Keep the conversation going. Let me know what you guys thought about the moves today. Brogdon in here, and looks like his spot, even though it's a non-guaranteed deal, looks like his spot's going to be solidified as the Knicks are putting the chips in the middle for a championship campaign. Let me know your thoughts. You had a lot of hype Knicks fans calling in, a lot of the regulars, a lot of new callers. Shout out to my friends over in the Philippines for calling in. Remember that the show's available in audio podcast format. Nas TV 100K subs is on the way soon. Absolutely. You already know that. So yeah, there you go, man. Oh, also, the digital calendar, like I was telling you guys, we made for the regular season. Since you guys are hyped for the regular season, we made absolutely free of charge. You just click on the link when I drop it in. We made a digital calendar with the Knicks schedule already populated in it. So every day there's a game, you'll get the notification directly to your phone. And then within the calendar invite, we're going to drop links to the night's post-game live, link to tickets through SeatGeek to get a discount on the tickets if you need to do that. Watch party links to RSVP if you need to do that. So we'll have all the relevant links for that night's game in your calendar invite going straight to your phone. So I'm going to drop the Apple Calendar link in the chat right now, and then I'm going to drop the Google Calendar link. Whichever phone that you have, click on one of those and make sure you just add that calendar to your phone so you get all the notifications in regards to the Knicks games of the night directly to your phone. So it'll be right there for you. So for my Apple people, I'm dropping that in the chat. Let me know if that link works. I think it should. But just let me know if that link works. Let me try it one more time for the Apple people. I think it should work. And then for the Google people, I'm going to drop it right here for my Google Calendar people. There you go. So just click on that. Yeah, Jose M. Click on what I just dropped right above you. That's the Apple version. Just click on that, and make sure you add it, and then you'll get the notifications directly to your phone. Above the Rim already added it. Let's go. Smoking Blue says, yes, it works. And there you go. Mellow Mike, salute to you. And yeah, make sure you guys are joining the Discord as well, man. Make sure you're jumping in on the Discord 24/7 group chat. You'll find you guys like Cody Glock and the likes in the mix. And it's a good time, man. We are ramping up very well for the start of hopefully, what will be an unforgettable season again. All right, enjoy the weekend, everybody. Hey, stay tuned for the latest and breaking news. Number one show for the fans by the fans. My friends on Facebook, I'll see you guys as well. Enjoy the weekend. Look out for the Begley Show